Welcome to our tub. Come on in. It's warm inside, and there's always room for more.
This podcast contains adult material and is intended for mature audiences only. If you're under 18, grab your rubber ducky and find another tub. This one's not for you. Hello and welcome back in the tub for episode 201. I'm Mr. Berg.
And I'm Mrs. Berg.
And this week, we do have a very special guest joining us for the majority of the show. Prior to that, we're going to have a little bit of discussions about, some possible upcoming things. As you tune into this, before we forget, as we get into the holiday season, wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. This episode will set to launch on...
Christmas Eve?
Yeah, Christmas Eve. So, again, as we said on last week's episode, we've now crossed over with episode 200. Mm-hmm. So, again, as we said, thank you to all. Never really thought about what that would mean, what next steps would be. How can we do it better? We've had a lot of conversations. And, some ideas are floating around. Some things are in the works. So we'll see what that brings us.
We'll see what the new year brings.
Yes. As we sit here, we're finalizing or trying to finalize our January trip. Mm-hmm. Heading out to Vegas for AVN. Plan is to be there all week. If the airlines cooperate. Boy, you sit and you plan everything, and then it's like, we got to take a checked bag, and then they just bend you right over, and that price just doubles. So, working on that right now. Anybody that travels and gets on an airplane, it's kind of fucking stupid. Mm-hmm. So, essentially, flights are more than a hotel is for a week. Mm-hmm. That's dumb. But that is coming up. And it is award season. We talked about that the last few episodes as well. I will say that our next few episodes, pretty much leading up to when we get to Vegas, are with AVN-nominated performers and content creators. Mm-hmm. Get on to avnawards.com and get your votes in. You can vote daily. All it takes is an email address. They don't spam your email. After you log in and get your votes in. It means a lot to all of these performers. And again, we are pretty much backloaded on nominated performers. Mm-hmm. Our special guests all are on the list of whether it be fan voting for the fan awards and the industry part of the awards for AVN, and some of them for X3 and the XBiz Awards, which are the week prior. Mm-hmm. We can't do back-to-backs. We're not going out to the West Coast for 2 weeks. As much as we may kind of like to, with it being single-digit temperatures. No, that's not happening. Just not in the cards.
That would be insane. No.
Yeah, that's just... Yeah. Not taking into account the financial aspects of it either. It's shit. Mm-hmm. No, that's okay. So we'll just do Vegas, and get ready for that party. Mm-hmm. But with that, I think we're just going to get ready, and we are going to hop in the tub with this week's guest. We really learned a lot. Thank you to Brian Gross. She had reached out to us via him, mm-hmm. and a content creator that we were not familiar with at all, and really extremely open, great story, as you'll hear in the intro, and enjoying what she's doing. She found her niche. She's growing. Mm-hmm. Award nominated, and again, as I said, having fun doing it. She was very much open to talk and share her story and who it is she is. So after this short break, we're going to hop right into the tub with Katie Kassidy. Welcome back in the tub. And yet again, another very special guest joins us today. We're ready to make another new friend. I want to thank Brian Gross for bringing this next guest to us today. She is gone from your everyday career vanilla job, and she has proven that you can turn around and be a successful, award-nominated content creator and sex worker, while at the same time being able to separate that fantasy from the reality of being a full-time single mom as well. Great conversation on tap, we are sure. Please take a minute and welcome Katie Kassidy into the tub. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Yes. Again, thank you for, the interest in joining us. As we spoke a little bit before we started, it's about getting to meet new people and hear about people's stories and how they navigate through the world of sex work, whether it's content creation, mainstream, whatever it might be. Everybody is different. Everybody got here a different way, and it's always great to hear those stories. And again, make some new friends. So, as we get comfortable here, can you let everyone know where can they find you online and on social media?
At katiekassidy.com, but my Instagram is the Katie Kassidy, and my Twitter is Kinky Katie Cat, 2 T's.
All right. Well, and the
kinky doesn't get flagged on Instagram?
No, that's for Twitter.
That was the Twitter.
Oh, Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. On Instagram.
Instagram it would, yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah.
That was the first account that they took away.
It's such
a gray.
But it's the nature of the beast. And we talk to so many. Social media is such. You hate to say a necessity, but it is in this business. But it is such just a headache and a nightmare of everyone in this industry as well.
My brand wouldn't exist without social media because I just built it from home in Missouri. But it's been a nightmare, especially being a bigger woman. Like, it's just anything I do, say anything.
It really is. It's it's such a struggle. But that is your platform. That is your advertising. That is what gets you out there. So you don't have much of a choice. Now, at the same time, you did mention your website, which is great. That you do have your own site, so you're able to funnel people to that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I actually have 2. I have one that's kinkykatie.com too, but I need to do some work on that one. But yeah,
there's only so much time in the day.
Yeah,
it really is.
and there's always work to be done. And well, even from our end, I mean, we have 2 more domains that it's just like, yeah, we got them when we started the show over 4 years ago, and they're just still sitting. Like, they just renewed, and I'm like, oh shit, yeah, those are there. Yeah, maybe I'll get time at some point to do some work.
Yeah.
So you said you used social media because you built and started your brand in Missouri, in the heart of the country. When we talk about adult entertainment, it's you talk LA, Vegas, New York, Florida. So what did that start kind of look like for you? What brought you into this world?
Well, I became a swinger with my ex-husband, and there was a couple that they had a naughty Twitter, and then they told me about OnlyFans. And I was like, what? You make what? Just by being naked? I do that for free. And so I started posting on Twitter and in Facebook groups back when you could like put a flower over a nipple. Yeah.
Yep.
I gained people that liked me, and I didn't think that would happen. And so then I just started an Instagram and eventually a TikTok, and then I created an OnlyFans after doing TikTok or doing Twitter. And then, just kept adding.
And it just starts snowballing after that. And it really is. So, as you say, the swinger lifestyle, I mean, we've been in the lifestyle for 17, 18 years, on and off. I mean, life happens, and you slow down and you speed up. But, that is, I mean, really where it all began for us, too, as far as, the Twitter. And then you go to this and... at some point, someone was like, "Hey, why don't you guys like interview people in the adult industry?" Because we were going to conventions. Well, okay, like we're in Pittsburgh, we're the neighbors next door. All right, let's have fun though. So when you kind of started and dabbled in that and started the OnlyFans and the Twitter, as that grew, is that when you kind of said, you know what? Maybe I can make like a real go and make this a career or my job?
Yeah. So at some point I had left my husband at the time, and I was like, I have chronic pain. So my job I was at was just not cutting it. And I was just like, at first it was just like, it was a hobby. Like I did OF for fun. I kind of missed the whole pandemic craze, unfortunately. But I was like, I need to take this more seriously because I can't do my normal job. And I learned how to do it. I researched everything I could find. I hired a mentor. And like within a month and a half, I was making double what I made at my job. So I was like, oh, let's do it.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Here we are. Nice. And that's... As you said, you missed the whole pandemic thing. That is when you talk to a lot of people, it's like, well, we went to OnlyFans during the pandemic when you didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
And that really was the boom. At the same time, it has balanced out. It's leveled out. Which it's going to.
Yeah.
Like it was overly saturated. And as you said, you dabbled. Once you say, I'm going to put the time into it, it can very well be beneficial.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's been pretty consistent. Like, I know a lot of people have, and I've had like spike months and stuff, but like I've never really went past a certain like amount once I have been consistent with it. So, like, as a mom, like a single mom of 3, like, it's pretty nice. Like,
sure, you're able to be home. You work around. It's on your schedule.
Yep. And when I'm sick, I can just work from my bed, and yeah.
And after so long, you develop your vault of content, so to speak, and yeah. If you're having an off couple days or you're sick for a few days, well, you just pull something out of the archives that may not have been released yet, or maybe it was released a year or 2 ago.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, why not?
Yeah. I'm pretty good at, like, the one thing I learned from the very beginning when I started was, in order for me to be successful, I have to batch content.
Okay.
And so I typically have like a queue of stuff built up, ready to go. Pretty much, I mean, I'll tell my fans it's like in the moment because it's not.
No, yeah, that kind of goes. You got as much as fans and viewers want to think, hey, oh, they took that shower picture this morning. No. Like, that's not an everyday thing. It might be. You might get one or two of those that, hey, here we go. Oh, I just took this. But for the most part, like, you have to plan that out.
Yeah, for sure. I create an obscene amount of content. Like I've released a new video every Saturday for 4 years.
Awesome.
A lot of it's just solo because like I was traveling a lot last year, and then I didn't do a lot this year, and I'm gonna get back into it next year. But I just kind of needed a break, and I had a boyfriend, so he was helpful with filming. But then now it's back to solo.
Well, and that was one of the next questions. When you said a lot of the solo stuff. So from your site, are you doing collabs? Are you doing your own filming and content and that sort?
Pretty much anything I make from home is all self-filmed. I actually I do feel like I've gotten really good at pictures. I don't know how, but some of them look I don't know. I really enjoy doing that part. So, but I film everything. Every now and then I'd have a friend film when I was with my ex, but it was mostly tripods. And then I have harnesses. I have a tripod over my bed. I probably have 30 tripods.
Well, and as you just said that you enjoy doing the photos and stuff, you figure it out. We've talked to a lot of people, and even with some stuff that we've taken in photos, once you figure out angle and lighting, I mean, it looks, you're able to put out professional, high quality product.
Yeah, definitely. And iPhones are pretty damn good. I've went to get other cameras, and I got the Digi, it tracks, but I almost feel like the iPhone 16 with this thing I have that mirrors it back, and then I have a tracking tripod. That's way less than that thing, but it works.
And so I remember talking to a friend. He films for his wife, and he had said, best camera I ever bought, right here in my hand, my iPhone. He literally, he went, he said, I have $1,000 cameras. This phone is the best camera I've ever had.
Yeah.
And I to this day, and I recently did just buy an 8K video camera. Because we're working on a couple other projects, and I'm like, you know what? Let me see. It was a couple $100 on Amazon. I'm like, let me see, and then we'll go from there. But then I look at phones, and I'm like, yeah, we have the tracking tripods. We have 2 of them. I'm like, this is probably just as good. And then you just take it from the phone. It goes right to your cloud, and it's done.
Yeah, and I just use editing apps, and this is all there.
Yeah. And technology has made it easy if you want to, easier if you want to just take the time, put the time and effort into it.
Yeah, for sure. You have to have the drive, otherwise it's just, you can be the hottest person on earth and you're not going to make any money if you don't care about it.
Then it becomes a hobby. Like you said early on, you were just I just did it for fun here and there. So awesome. And again, you're just in conversation. You enjoy doing it. You're having fun doing it. I mean, how do you not have fun having sex and having orgasms and masturbating and come on.
Yeah. I mean, and the room I have from doing this job that my fans have supplied, I have so many toys I never thought I'd have, and just it's awesome.
And again, to build the fan base in what you said, about 4 years now. That's it.
Yeah, it's been 4.5 ish.
And to continue to grow and be doing what you're doing, that's awesome.
Thank you.
So is OnlyFans your real own is your real only thing, or the OnlyFans in your site? Do you do any camming, any cam sites or anything?
I did last summer. I did Chatterbait for a month when my kids were gone. And I commend those women. That is hard. It was so hard. I try to do I like the process of the live shows, and I try to do it every Tuesday night on my OF.
Okay.
I do
Awesome.
a show on there, but I just couldn't keep up with camming, and it got to when my kids came back, I could do 3 days and then 30 minutes most days, and it didn't
Sure.
work.
Yeah. Life takes over. And again, I think the cam world, even talking to someone that is like, hey, on OnlyFans, we want to do live cams, but you need it. It's such a, you have to be right on with your fans. Like, what is the timing? Because you know what, your cam session, it might be best for you at 11 o'clock in the afternoon when kids are at school and everything. But if these people, if the majority of your fans are working during the day, they're looking for something at night, like vice versa. So how do you capitalize the best you can on your time? Is it camming? Nah, maybe not.
Yeah. My best way, and I've been slacking, is social media lives. And it was TikTok live.
Okay.
That was really where, even from the beginning, I go on that. I would, in 22 or 21, I would go in color in a low cut top, and it would just I'd have 10,000 people watching. I miss that. That doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah. Wow. Nice.
Yeah. But I mean, it's still anytime I'm consistent with TikTok lives, it converts very nicely. And typically what I would do anytime I go live on OF, I go live for 30 minutes on socials. Right now it's just Instagram and Twitter, and Facebook is really good, but it's just hopping.
And that's interesting that you say Facebook, because and we're on there, and we get flagged on show posts every so often, and I'm just like, man, you guys are almost as crazy as Instagram. But I never really would have thought that Facebook is really that large of, and I know there's a large swinger contingent on there, from our end with groups and parties and things, but from the live world of Facebook, yeah, that's interesting.
It's and it is really good for the older, for more Gen X. Yeah. For millennials, Instagram is huge, I've noticed, and then TikTok, the young ones. My brain works in demographics.
Oh no, yeah, but you're absolutely right. Honestly, I have people are like, oh, well, you guys have a TikTok. I'm like, the hell no, we don't. I'm like, no, TikTok's for the kids. That ain't a thing. And I'm a technology guy, but I'm still trying to
really old.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out Reddit. I don't need TikTok.
Good. It's a lot of work though, but it's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was the first platform actually before TikTok. So that was the one I got serious on, and
okay,
it's good, but it's hard. You have to know so much.
Yeah, you have to really understand the subreddits and the flows, and you need to do it. And so we were at Exotica conventions. We do the Exotica conventions out over here on the East Coast, and at one of them, they actually had a seminar that was how to use Reddit. For your promotions and stuff, and I've talked to people and they're like, look, you just need to focus and sit on it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have the time for that.
Yeah, and a big part of converting for OF is messages, the DMs, and there's just a lot of DMs you have to reach, and it's just a lot.
And again, as you said, you're doing it yourself, so it's not like you're hiring someone to answer your DMs. It's all you. They're talking direct to you, so that does take time effort, mental strain, and all of it. And as you said, you're a single mother with 3 kids as well. So you have a lot of family responsibilities that you're handling at the same time.
Yeah, fortunately, they don't mind when we watch movies and I'm doing both.
Yeah. Oh, and
Work.
you can multitask on a phone or a tablet.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I have teenagers, so they don't really care.
At that age where they're like, yeah, okay, whatever, mom. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
I just have to.
They're probably
I just
doing
have
the
to-
same thing, watching
Yeah.
the movie and on their own devices anyway.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're all doing the. Yeah. All have screens in our face.
Yeah. That's
the world.
that's the way the world has become. Yeah. So do you envision kind of the path you're on growing and expanding?
I want it to. I'm trying to get better at talk videos on social media. Right now, I've noticed it's like everyone like being pretty isn't enough anymore. And I've always known that. Like my personality has been a big driver to my content. I think especially when you are BBW, you have to lean on something else that's going to get people's attention. So I've always put a lot of personality into my content. So I'm trying to figure out how I could do more like talking videos, but it's hard to get out of your head.
If you're not a public speaker, you got to work on it. No, they're absolutely right.
And TikTok, like I did a lot of like the thirsty, like I had this series about, I had a backdoor fixer, a handyman that would fix my back door. And those did great for a while until they caught on. So I have to figure out what I can do that's not innuendo heavy, that's just me talking. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. But I think something I'm really passionate about is like mental health and specifically like being treated like shit, like people that get treated like shit in relationships and narcissists and like what my guys go through and what I've been through. And I just like have started just talking about like what good freaking people deserve and like things like that they relate to. And so I think that's kind of the path I'm going in, and maybe one day I can be like a coach or something. I don't know.
That in itself is awesome and we talk a lot on our interviews. We always do bring up kind of mental health, and because the industry has a stigma about mental health problems and drugs and alcohol and suicide and but it's a stigma because you see the news when there's one bad negative thing that happens. It's not all the time. And mental health is always such a big thing. Again, going back to the Exotica conventions, Pineapple Support is always there with a booth. There's Jesus Loves Sex Workers is always there. And it's just, I've always used the term, I'm like, look, be a decent human being and not a fucking douchebag. It's not that freaking hard to do. But at the same time, there are those, narcissistic, assholes out there, and I've dealt with one personally in my life within my family, and it's like, what are we doing? So so to be able to share that, and unfortunately to share that through some of your own trials and tribulations in life, it is good for others, and I mean I assume and would hope that it's good for you to be able to share that as well from the past. Yeah.
I am like kind of an oversharer and just like a very open book. And so I've always been very like intimate with my fans. I mean, like they've watched me go through a divorce and they've watched like so many things. And I'm kind of like a narcissist magnet. And so this past breakup, I've been just like consumed into healing and like trying to figure out the source why daddy issues, which is also great, but not great. And just kind of healing those. And like, I've just I feel like I have learned a lot from all the healing that I can help them, like just by talking about it and
letting
just
them know
like
that,
after me.
right?
Yeah.
Letting them know that someone else knows what they're going through.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
And that's, and again, that's huge. And within the industry, like I said, we know about the world of Pineapple Support and all of those, just to help with with that mental. It's whether it's therapy, everybody handles it differently and handles their mental health. And that's something that we always, again, like I said, we always do ask, what does that look like for you? So when you're camming and doing your own career, or you're doing your own content and you're filming and all of that's happening, yes, you have your family. So what, like, to ground you, is that your family time, or you're doing stuff outside of that?
Yeah. If I didn't have my kids, I don't know what my mental health would be like. I would have gotten completely consumed, especially after doing like a little bit of like the industry scenes. I would have went like dive deep into it and lost myself. But I had kids to get back home to, and like even like when I am messaging and like with my kids, I only do that for so long because I don't want us to just be on our phones all the time. So like I make sure we do dinner together anytime I have them, and I cook for them, and then like we do board games and other things. But being present with them is like really important because it keeps me balanced.
Yeah, and family, the support network, the family is important. So you said you were doing a lot of traveling. Was that collab work that you were doing?
Yeah. I did a few like content houses. I used to do some with my friend Raven Bell. We would call them slutcations because she's also a mom, and we would just go and get dick down and have a great time.
There you go.
So,
Why not? Yeah. A vacation that you're making money.
yes. Yeah. So I did last year, I did probably 4 or 5. Like I got divorced and I was just like going on all the trips. But I made a lot of like, I had a lot of content build up, and now my vault is quite large. I haven't been like super pressured to get back to traveling, just kind of needed to stay put for a minute. But I'm itching for it, for my slutcations again.
and it kind of gets you a break away from the norm to just be like, all right, I'm going away for a weekend even, and I don't have anything to worry about but me.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
And then I will say one thing, like I've been in therapy for 2 years, and it has helped a lot to keep me from spiraling. I am excited to go on my trips a little bit more grounded now and not have to do absolutely everything and say yes to everything, and just be able to pace myself and enjoy it more instead of like constantly rushing. And that's been my biggest issue.
And you're definitely not alone in that. I mean, we talk to so many people, we keep going back to people that we know at the Exotica conventions, and some of the content creators there. They're like, we try to jam so much shit in, and they're like, we need to slow it down. And like this one, we're just coming. We got 2 shoots, and other than that, we're going to enjoy the convention and hang out, and that's it. Because you try to jam too much shit. We do it with the show. We'll go to a convention. We're recording interviews. We're doing this. But prior to it, we're like, we want to go to this seminar. That seminar looks cool. We want to meet this person who we haven't met. And then we're like, oh, shit, we've been here for 3 days. It's Sunday at 6 o'clock. We got to drive back home. Ah, yeah, and we didn't do X, Y, and Z. Because it's always a rat race.
Right.
For sure. I've went to the Chicago one 3 times, and yeah, I barely go to the convention. It's just collab, collab, collab. The last one, I was like, I think I was like 2 a day, and that's it. Like, I am not doing 4 to 6. Like, I can't.
Yeah, and it is. It's crazy when we've talked to people and they're like, "Yeah, we do like 5, 5 a day," and I'm like, and they get there on Wednesday and they leave on Tuesday. I'm like, and they're like, "Yeah, we're just drained." Yeah, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, I would end up getting, because I did that at one point, and I would get sick for like 2, 3 weeks after, like, I just flares, every little illness. Like,
Yeah.
now it's just like, I have to pace myself or I will pay for it.
Yeah,
It is more enjoyable.
well, and that's what I was going to say. It's enjoyable,
Right.
and you know what?
If you don't pace yourself, you miss out on the experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
even in a collab and a shoot, there's still an experience behind it that, it's not wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. All right, here's the bun. Yep, we're going to give me the film. All right, we're going to edit it, and we're just going to make money and go on to the next one. No, there's still some, a connection and an enjoyment within them.
And a lot of times, like, just the networking and be able to talk to them, and like, you learn so much from each other when you actually get to have that time to get to know them.
Yeah. Yeah, as I had said earlier with photography and even like, angles and lighting and all that stuff, everybody has a little bit different take. And if you take something from somebody at each one and you share something that you do, well, you're making the community better as well.
For sure. Definitely.
Yeah. So, and again, yeah, Chicago's a fun time. So you've never signed at a booth. You've just gone and kind of hung out and done, networking and collabs.
Yeah. I've been asked a couple times, but it's usually very last minute when I decide to go to Chicago, because it's only like a few hours from here.
Okay.
I have a hard time committing, because like, I was also going to do my own booth, but I have a hard time committing to it because my health is so like up and down.
Okay. Yeah.
So I don't want to like say yes, and then I have like lupus and I'm in sweatpants the whole time. That's my fear.
Yeah. No, and that's a very, that's a very real. That's you. So and you don't have control over something like that.
Yeah.
Not at all. You never know when it's going to come on.
Yeah. Usually high stress, and those are very high stress. So it's just like, if I go and I just do my own thing, then I can leave if I need to. And
yeah. Yep. And if you want to go and walk the floor, you can go and wander around the floor and see the craziness. And Chicago definitely is like the amount of people and the craziness at that one is pretty intense.
yeah, I usually bring lots of business cards and just twerk anywhere. And that works great.
Yeah. Hey, why not? That's you find out what works. And again, if you can avoid some of the craziness, I mean, gosh, even this year, we got there Friday at like 8:00 at night or something, and literally walked in. We got halfway in through the entrance, and Mrs. looked and went, "Let's get the fuck out of here now before I drop kick somebody." I'm like, yeah, it's pretty like, and Friday's ladies free. So Friday definitely gets
right.
And I was just like, yeah, it's pretty. We walked through the lifestyle area. We texted a few friends and we're like, hey, we made it. We're here. We'll be in our room. And that was it. I'm like, yeah, no. Yeah. After an 8-hour drive, I'm like, I don't know that I can people right now.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I didn't do Friday. I normally don't. That's usually like my collab heavy day.
Yeah.
Night.
Yeah. We typically get to them on Friday. We'll leave. Like, we drive to all of them from where we're at here in Pittsburgh. Wow. So Chicago's about 8 hours. So the other two aren't bad. They're like 5.5 to Jersey. It's 4.5 to DC. So Miami's a hike. But
we've only done that one once.
Yeah, we did Miami this year, and it was like 19 hours down there. And I'm like, well, we made a whole week out of it, though.
Right.
So, yeah. But no, and they're good. So do you have any thoughts of expanding and possibly checking out X3 or AVN or any of the other conventions that are out there?
I haven't done AVN yet. I am nominated for the XBiz a fan award or something. I think in January. I am planning on going to AVN and to the X3 one. If all works in my favor. I also there's some like divorce legal like ID stuff that I have to figure out that's never to deal with. But
yeah, well, and actually, like that brings up a thing I did see today because we don't have real IDs. We normally drive.
You saw it too.
But
I saw it.
something came up about like paying a fee to get the proper identification if you don't have a real ID to fly. Well, we have passports. Like, so I shouldn't have to pay a fee to do anything because we are going to go out. We're planning on going out to AVN this year for the first time. And I'm like, look, if I need to deal with an airport and people, like, I don't want to deal with extra stuff and IDs and this and that.
That's crazy. I thought if you had a passport, it was fine.
And I didn't read much into it. I just saw that there's an added fee to validate your identity if you don't have a real ID. And I'm like, come on, guys. What are we doing? I'm like, there's no need for a real ID. I wasn't messing around and playing that game.
Well, no. When people were going crazy getting them around here, they were at the motor vehicle for hours.
Yeah. I don't have time to sit at a DMV for hours.
Or patience.
Yeah, exactly. Well, hopefully that all gets worked out. I mean, and that is, with the way those two are set up, that makes for a long 2 weeks. That's the biggest negative on that, where you got X3 for the first, and then you turn around and it's 2 days and then 3 days and then AVN starts. So, like, what do you do if you're East Coast or central part of the country? You're going to stay out there. You almost say, you know what? It's cheaper to stay out there. Yeah. Leave LA, drive to Vegas. It's a couple hours, and stay in Vegas for another 3 days, and then do AVN.
Yeah,
but it's a lot.
I don't think it was like 2 weeks.
And people that we've talked to that even live out there, they're like, both of them back to back is just it's draining.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully you get that. Hopefully you get everything figured out and you're able to make it out there. Congratulations on the X3 nomination. And I haven't really looked. I know they're out there, and shame on me because we're members. We like it did pop up. Hey, voting is up and open, and I just haven't had a chance to jump on and start going through voting yet.
Yeah, I think mine. I have it pinned on my Twitter.
Awesome. Very nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, so as you move into we're getting close to 2026, do you have any plans, visions for what you hope to accomplish in the upcoming year?
I just want to keep growing and stay focused and not get distracted again. No more distractions. I'm not. Yeah.
Or just for a few hours at a time, they're all right.
Yes, not most of my life.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep it to my slutcations, go get the dick, and then focus on work at home.
Yeah, exactly. In weekend clips. Good.
Yeah. But yeah, I just want to keep growing and keep just getting better and evolving. I don't have like a set thing because it's always changing. Well, just keep expanding.
Just keep moving forward. I mean, that's about all we can do. Keep moving forward, and be better at it and be a better person at it. That's it.
Sure. I do want to create. I want to like figure out YouTube next year and do a YouTube channel. That's one thing.
And that is so we're working on that right now. And it is definitely there's a lot of they're more strict and stringent than Instagram is.
Yeah.
Like even I turned around and uploaded audio episodes into the YouTube podcast. Within 4 hours, we had 4 warnings on it. I had to take their 10 question, this is how you follow the policy, because there was a performer link in the show notes, and the link was to their website that showed nudity. So we got slapped. I was like, shit. I'm like, it only took us 4 hours. Shit. So YouTube, but from a monetizing side, YouTube is great.
Yeah.
And I know there are other ones out there. We've had some friends talk about Rumble. And I don't know if that's even still
Rumble?
Yeah, it's another. It's like YouTube, but it literally is like, it's the Reddit of the YouTube world. It's no holds barred. And I was like, okay, that kind of fits in what we're doing. So maybe I have to dig into that a little more. But no, that's awesome.
I think that's probably where I will go a little bit more like mental health and like advocate like route with YouTube and very wholesome side there.
And but multifaceted as well. That there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I would love to be able to like just talk freely somewhere about like sexuality. That was like my whole goal, like with TikTok and like kinks and sexuality. And there are loopholes, but the loopholes in me, my mouth is just really dirty and it doesn't work very well. But the like main thing with my brand I want to accomplish is like showing that moms and like just normal women can have big sex drives and do all the things and still be good humans. So that's
and that world, you know, as we kind of wind down our conversation, that world though is growing. It is more accepted now than ever. It is growing. The BBW community is growing. There's a niche, there's a genre for everyone in this world. And you know, we've seen the BBW world growing, and I forget who it was that we interviewed a while back. And the one thing that came up, I said, the BBW performers that we have gotten to know, some of the best part about them is they are funny as hell. They love to have a good ass time and just laugh and carry on. And it was always that they were always like a life of the party. And even within Exoticas, it's always so high energy and fun and exciting, and you were just laughing.
Yeah, I think it just comes to a point where we're like, we just don't give a fuck. Like,
and
make fun of us anyways.
Yeah, and the amateur, even the dad porn, you know, the dad bods, like we're seeing that. There's a producer out there and a company that's what it is based on, and he's killing it.
I love dad bods, so I am here for that.
You know, and it is great to see just the acceptance of all of that everywhere.
Sure. Absolutely.
So, but again, it has been a pleasure sitting and getting to know you. Before we wrap up, can you one more time let everybody know where can they find you online and on social media?
My Instagram is thekatiekassidy.com. Or no, it's at The Katie Kassidy, and my website is katiekassidy.com.
Awesome. They're there. We got it. Yeah. It'll be in show notes. Okay. So again, we appreciate you taking the time out with us tonight. Enjoy the holiday season, and hope you get everything set and you get out to X3 and AVN.
I will try.
All right. Have a good evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
You too. Thank you.
Well, there you have it. the first in the 200s.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. It's wild to say.
Still doesn't seem quite real.
No.
No.
You know,
But she was fun to talk to.
Yes, very much open. You know, thank you, Katie, for being just genuine, open, and not afraid to share her story. And again, the story of, you know, you can go through hard times and come out. You put your mind to it. You're determined. She is able to, as we said in the intro, fantasy of sex work and the reality of life. And as we talk to a lot of performers, that is the struggle in a way.
Right. And while, she's also dealing with a chronic illness of her own.
Yes.
That she, then makes her figure out how to balance things even more, because there's
Out
good
of your
days,
control.
there's bad days, and no control over it.
Yeah, exactly. So again, it was great getting to know her. Great conversation. Wish her the best. Look forward to getting the opportunity to meet her in the future. I'm sure at one of these conventions, as we did discuss. But with that, once again, wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I think we're going to wrap this episode up. Time to go and play Santa Claus, and maybe I'll find out what I get to stuff.
And don't forget your daily votes for all these nominees, including ours truly.
Yeah, us. Yeah, hey, we're on a list again.
So if you're continuing to like what we're doing, please vote. And
click it. You get one a day.
Yeah.
You get to vote every day. And voting is open until January 24th. So there's still a long time. New Year's resolution: vote every day. People still do that shit?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'll find out the first week when I get to the gym, and there's 1,000,001 people, and by the second week it's back to normal. So, all right.
New Year's resolution: pay for your porn.
Yes, exactly. All righty.
Until next time, folks.
Don't forget to follow us on our social medias. Berg Couple for Fun on Twitter and Instagram. The Bergs on Facebook and Reddit. OnlyFans
Yeah.
what's the OnlyFans? There's two of them.
There are.
Did you? Yeah, I remember that one. There's two of them. So there is ours. Is Berg Couple for Fun, but then
Yes.
Mrs. has her own.
That's right.
Oh, and that is
Mrs. Berg.
all right. So you can catch us there as well. You can hit us up on email, thebergs@inourtub.com.
Right?
Our website is inourtub.com.
Catch us on Free Swap or
Full.
Free Swap. Full Swap Radio.
I mean,
See, you asked me if I remember my
Free
lines.
for all swap. I mean, hey.
On
more
Full
the
Swap
merrier.
Radio.
Yes. Monday at 9 and Fridays at 1. And hey, keep an eye out on those social medias that's where our travel plans and the upcoming where we gonna be is gonna be. So, with that, remember to pay for your porn. Support all the wonderful, beautiful content creators and performers that we have on this show, that we know within the industry. Take care of yourself, mental health. Do what makes you keep ticking and being yourself. Remember to wrap it before you tap it. Lick it before you stick it. And until next time,
we'll keep the lights on and the tub warm for you.